We've got Ragnarok and we've got Rune. Oh, look at those handsome devils.
Yeah, this is a rematch from QuakeCon finals, the grand finals in Dallas, Texas. And yeah, that time it was a very convincing win for Ragnarok. Rune was coming up from the lower bracket, so they started the game with a 1 map deficit. And the grand finals were meh.
Yeah, they were pretty rough.
Yeah, quick 20 minutes and the game was over.
This is going to be reparations for the grand finals, I think. This will be worth it.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope that Carapace and Locktar are really focused and that they really try their hearts out to perform well in this game.
Yeah. Well, let's see if their bodies and their hearts can keep up.
Yeah, so it seems that the first map of the grand finals is gonna be ZTN DM3. This is, of course, the pick of Ragnarok. This is their best map. They are the higher seed. That is why they get to pick first.
All right. I believe that message came through. All set. All right.
And they are starting to readying up.
So, of course, what we can expect out of ZTN here, what we can always expect, plenty of quad runs, plenty of dead quad runs, and lots of crazy frags on the red armor. And as of tonight, a lot of hiding at the yellow armor.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. That's the thing.
I don't know if Locktar and Locust can afford to do that again. It worked once, and Locktar said his heart was like beating out of his chest.
Yeah.
So don't do it to yourself. It's bad for your health. Here we go.
Nope. Almost.
All right. Figure it out. Readjust your seat cushion.
All right, guys. So this is gonna be the first map of the grand finals of the 2-on-2 tournament at QHLAN. There is prize pool, of course, involved in this.
Of some amount, yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to be following Recall out of the gate, trying desperately to get on that first quad, but LG'd right out of the air by Carapace. It's going to be Locktar instead getting that grab, and there's not a whole lot for him to work with right now, just going full plus forward on the quad, not caring about Mega, not caring about Red, wanting everything in terms of frags, and he's not going to be getting a lot of those just yet, but he will be a force to be reckoned with, at least until Recall finds him with that LG, now looking to take over that red armor, or at least prevent Locktar and Carapace from making a grab for it, but it seems like there's more than 2 of them sometimes, for as often as they have to respawn.
Yeah, it looked like a perfect start, actually, almost for Rune. But the backstab coming out on the quad from the Recall with the red armor kind of changed the start of this game. So I would say a slight edge to Ragnarok in the beginning few seconds of this game.
All right, but 6 on 3 now, as we just had a couple of suicides there. First minute elapsed, Recall taking on down Locktar, backing out of there with full red armor. Milton on top of the quad, and who's really going to challenge him? It's going to be Recall and Locktar, but from the... I'm sorry, it was just going to be Locktar, but from the stairs, it's going to be a really difficult angle to make anything happen on. Milton getting away with that quad, but almost looking like he's having to play this defensively as Carapace finds him mid-air and just slams him down to the ground.
That's a nice play by Carapace, killing the quad like that, and actually giving the lead to Rune.
Yeah.
In the beginning 1.5 minutes of the game.
Now, once again, Ragnarok is the favored team here. There's a lot of history between them, both on LAN, both online, and especially at QuakeCon, where they played to probably one of the largest audiences that Quake rollers have been able to play to in recent years.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of not only money, but pride on the line here.
Yeah, and this is a grudge rematch, which, you know, makes it all the more special. These are pretty much rival teams, because they keep ending up in the finals against each other.
Yeah. All right, but Recall swinging hard here along with Milton, going to be going up for the quad. Nobody else is going to want it, apparently, so Recall might as well get the grab. Milton with 171 and 3. That's a fun stack. But Recall now looking for a few targets for that quad.
Yeah, Milton did a good job of keeping them busy.
And being down here means that he can potentially get a few free frags on the spawns. There's so many spawn points in that middle atrium, but Recall's not really pulling much luck out right now.
Yeah, now Rune needs to gather themselves up and compose themselves. And not give away too many free frags. They had the lead, now we're tied. And this is a good fight from Locktar, but he doesn't manage to win it. But he's gonna get the return kill though.
Yeah,
with the
retaliating with the shotgun is always worthwhile in these 2-on-2 situations. 23-24 now. Rune just barely edging out a lead at this point. A lot is going to depend on this next quad. We have Carapace with Mega Health and Green Armor Locktar.
Oh, what a fight!
No real health, but at least he's got some yellow here with 3 seconds to the quad. It's going to be Kara on top of it.
So Carapace with the quad, and he doesn't have much health to his name, but they are in the lead, and he could just get a few frags. This is so good for Rune. He gets the red as well. No health though, so he's gonna go down. Locktar still in a pretty okay shape. The red has already gone. Locktar, you need to get the hell out of there.
That gives them a tiny amount of breathing room here, but nowhere near enough on a map as hectic as Blood Run. Locktar with green armor and a little bit of health. Just standing by on the teleporter, looking to capitalize on a few freebies.
Yep, a very nice start for Rune.
Yeah, this is a great one, actually. It's so often in even 2-on-2 Quick World TDMs where one team will just get away from the other, and it's just so demoralizing in that first minute to be that far behind, but they're just neck and neck right now.
Now Milton showing us a little bit of why he's the best player in the world. But so many fights going down in the quad area, and the quad is up, and Carapace is going to grab it. The red armor is not going to be up for quite some time, and Carapace is going to die.
Yeah, I mean, Ragnarok not taking away many of these quads is having a huge effect. Well, not a huge one, but 6 frags is pretty significant at this point. We're gonna have to see if they can at least get in and either do damage on the quad or just get a junk grab themselves.
Yeah, Milton has really been the difference so far in this game. He's been the one really keeping them in this one and really controlling it on his own. Recall has been getting some spawn frags, of course, but Milton is doing the heavy lifting.
That defensive movement, Milton keeping everybody off his back as he escapes with the alarm. And yeah, beautiful shot from across the map there. Carapace trying to move in on the red armor. Everybody moving on this red really early, but it looks like it might be Kara getting the grab. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry. It's going to be Recall getting that pickup, and it's going to be...
what a nice defense!
I'm not sure if that was the best way to go for that attack on the quad, with both of them in the hallway, just asking to be taken down by either a single shaft or rocket.
Yeah. And Locktar. That was a double shaft.
You know, this might be Carapace getting away with some actual damage on this quad run. Recall taken down on the red armor, trying to slow spawn it and avoid some of these quad frags, but not having any real luck. Yeah, catching backpacks.
Rune is playing so well.
Yeah. Yeah, if they can take down Ragnarok on Blood Run, I don't think the Brazilians have much to feel too bad about.
No. And Recall getting some frags here, but the retaliation from Carapace. And actually, Rune are in control of the map currently. Milton does get a yellow armor, and he could get the Mega as well. This is so dangerous. He is so strong when he has a stack to work with.
Wow, where was...
And nobody's really alive to get this quad, but it's gonna be Recall. He is gonna go down.
That will at least prevent Carapace from making yet another run here. What? Both of them passing through the air and getting that kill with like 8 health left over. So Ragnarok now catching up to these last 10 frags. Wow, Milton unflappable as always.
Nice
just always the stoic, calm player who can still move incredibly fast just because of his pure efficiency.
And right now this game is so chaotic. Rune still on top, but just a couple of frags. Oh, but that's bad news for Rune. Milton getting the red armor and some control. Now, the quad is still some seconds away, so there might be some time for Team Rune to get something going before the quad. Milton has the red armor, Recall has the yellow armor. This one should go to Milton, I think, unless Locktar has anything to say about that.
There should be somebody at least diving in on this quad here. It's almost never an easy fight. Locktar's going to die again as well.
We're tight.
Milton is going to be coming out over the top. Almost takes a grenade between the legs, which would have shut down his quad run pretty quickly. But now they have moved in. 1 frag in the lead. It took them 7 minutes to take the lead away from Rune. Let's see if they can keep it.
Oh, so close that Locktar got the drop on Milton there, but right now Milton is the difference in this game. He's been doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah, just taking a look here, we've got 34 and 29 on the spread between Milton and Recall, 32 and 30 for Carapace and Lokhtar. And we've had so many teams during this 2v2 bracket that just perform so equally and end up trading frags left and right. 66 and 61 now. Only 5 frags separate them as we enter the final 2 minutes. Milton with 14 health wants to see if he can do any more damage before he inevitably dies. Well, cool. He got 2 out of that one. Fine.
And Recall is going to get the quad, though. And Carapace and Lokhtar need to step up here. They need to get something going for them, or this one is going to slip through their fingers.
Recall uses his quad to lock off the yellow armor for himself. Carapace is to be taken on down as he's in a small skirmish with Milton. Lokhtar throwing down a little bit of defensive shots, but Carapace doesn't even see him coming. Beautiful LG, and that last rocket almost does it, but each one of these frags is going to be another nail in Rune's coffin if they don't do something about it during this last run.
Yeah, they cannot give up any more free frags. They need to get something going here, but they're getting so many spawn frags. Ragnarok is. And Milton still in control. He has the Mega F and the full red armor. This is so bad news for Rune. And they were having such a great game.
They were. They're going to look back at those previous 7 minutes with fond memories, I'm sure.
Yeah, for 7 minutes they had Milton and Recall in a limbo.
And it's going to be a Recall on the last quad run, and that essentially means that it's a done deal for Rune here. Ragnarok asserting themselves on Blood Run.
Yeah, but Carapace and Lokhtar should give themselves a pat on the back because this was a great game from their part.
Yeah.
They just, the last 2-3 minutes, it kind of didn't happen for them. But they were so close to taking this.
I was having some palpitations there for a moment, yeah.
So, the first map is going to go to Ragnarok, 1-2-0, and the next map is going to be Runes.
All right, cool. And with Lokhtar and Carapace, I wouldn't be too surprised if we see a play over to, well, they seem to kind of favor, what, DM6 last time?
DM4,
Yeah,
DM4.
Yeah, all right, cool.
But this time they're going for DM2.
Oh, boy.
All right.
A team after my own heart, indeed. We're going to be looking for them to ready up here, taking just a moment to breathe. The only real difference between this and a online tournament is that we don't have smoke breaks between every map. So that's a plus.
Yep. Indeed.
All right.
Okay, so Rune was really close. They seemed on fire. They almost got the beat on Ragnarok that game on CTN, the one that Ragnarok was almost guaranteed to win. And in the end they did, but it was a very close fight. Lokhtar is gonna get the first quad. He should get this rocket launcher and maybe the top red. I mean the top mega. But he's solo.
Yeah, I mean, in many respects, that first quad doesn't do much for you except paint a big blue target on your back.
Yeah, and Lokhtar actually whiffed that shot. He had a good angle on. Whoa! Milton taking a little bit of a bath.
They both get out, actually.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. All right, Milton really trying to throw off the close range spam on the secret red entrance. Doesn't really get anything out of that, though, as Carapace is going to try to backpedal through quad. Recall's going to have this red armor. However, Milton's going to be a little bit weak. He finally catches him. Good target prioritization there. Manages to get the frag.
And Lokhtar with his attack on the big area, and Lokhtar is one of the most dangerous players in that area. However, Recall manages to win that fight. The quad is going to come up, and Recall is going to get it for free, unfortunately, for Rune.
The 8 frags in the lead. Recall and Milton taking a little bit of a breather together before moving back in mid-map. Lokhtar cannot backpedal out quickly enough, and in fact, he spawns exactly where he died. It's going to be a bit of a play into the the rocket launcher room, but man, this quad spam coming out of Recall is finding so many ready and waiting targets. 14-2 now at the end of Recall's run. He's going to be a little bit weak, though, and kind of up against the ropes. He's got a red armor to recover on, but can he get out of here without facing down a lot of spam? Well, Carapace is actually moving forward across the lava a little much, tries to get the body block, but Recall's jump shows that he's seen that trick before.
Yeah. So, a good start for Team Ragnarok. But there's still plenty of time to turn this around for Rune. They just need to find themselves a quad and maybe get something going for them.
Yeah, Lokhtar with a hefty amount of health. Carapace is going to be the one getting the pickup of the quad.
Nice rocket.
Finding Milton and killing Milton that early puts a lot of pressure on Regal to be the one to make these bits of damage happen on the quad carrier. And it turns
nice
into
play.
a bit of, yeah, if you make a mutual frag suicide in the lava hallway, certainly worthwhile. Every fight in that hallway is a messy one.
Yeah, it was a very nice fight from Recall. Rocket jumping towards the quad to prevent the rocket launcher from the quad. And if Carapace went for the rocket, he would have killed himself. So, very, very nice play. Now, Lokhtar getting a few frags and Carapace, and whoop. Some team frags going on, team telefrags.
Yeah. Milton is so tired of them, yeah. All right, but Lokhtar is actually pulling this back together for the quad pickup. It's going to be at least Recall who has to come into this as a fresh spawn, but Milton sneaks in and takes away the quad. This is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, they need a quick kill on this quad, not giving away too many frags. Carapace is going to kill Recall on the other part of the map. Oh, what a nice rocket from Carapace. The flick shot in the face of Milton, but Milton returns the rocket.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. This is what I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see here is a Milton frag quad run. Recall's been getting the vast majority of them here so far, but we finally see a little bit of Milton in the spotlight. Waiting for this secret red. There's the pickup. And Recall made that pickup fairly safe for him, actually.
Oh, what a nice sequence from Milton.
No, you don't get to touch the ground.
Keeps Lokhtar in airborne.
This is why Quake World players play mid-air all the time.
Oh, some chaos going on, and Recall is very low for this quad. He's gonna pick it up but immediately die.
All right.
That's a good thing for Rune, though. They still have an opportunity. They're just down 14 frags, and that's nothing on DM2. If you could manage to get a map lock, you can get so many frags so quickly. And Carapace and Lokhtar are both very stacked now.
Yeah, this should be fairly comfortable for them. They should be able to challenge Ragnarok here at the next quad. They're surely going to show up early. Sometimes these DM2 matchups on 2-on-2 just turn into everybody rushing the quad room all the time, no matter whether or not it's up or not. They just want to get that control. But we see the fights move into the middle arena just a little bit. Carapace is looking for the spam on the secret red.
Oh no, that's
not your teammate. Yeah. It's okay. He's fine. This is a fairly safe angle, though. He can waste a lot of time up here. As soon as they come around the corner, of course, Recall is going to be a problem for him. Milton and Recall both on the other end, and Carapace cannot afford to come around this corner anymore. Everybody's spamming the quad and nobody's on it. Recall dives in and gets the grab and runs away. Is this Mega going to be up? Not quite. He wants something out of this, though. He can barely whoa, nice, nice. He can barely afford to drop there. But fortunately, there's the rocket to at least save his ego.
And this game is still very close. 12 frags, 13. Carapace with both the Megas and some red armor. The quad isn't quite gonna be up soon, though, so he needs to get some regular frags for once. And
oh, nice.
That's one.
And he keeps a pretty clean Mega.
Oh, Lokhtar, get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, gotta watch those body blocks. Right, but 19 to 30. This is so close. They're like infuriatingly close. Carapace is now setting up for this quad, and again, it's going to be an early party. Good initial rockets. Recall is having a lot of trouble getting the damage, and there's the pop, but Carapace has the defensive rockets to back it up, and Milton should be in trouble. Actually, Carapace going, you know, even with quad, I don't want to deal with Milton right now. I want to go back and get a little bit of breathing room, go someplace safer. We're going to see the button hit. Okay, oh, there's the crusher, though. Waited too long, and that is one crushed quad.
Yeah, squished quad. That's something you don't often see. At least not in 2-on-2.
Only 10 frags between them.
Only 10 frags. Milton gets the beat on Lokhtar, but Carapace is on the hunt, looking for Milton, but they trade the frags. Carapace had a great opportunity to punish Milton, but didn't quite manage to connect with the rockets.
All right, Milton and Recall's both stacking up pretty nicely here. So the takeaway Mega and Red. Coming back into mid, he gets some early damage here. Quad in 8 seconds, and Recall doesn't want to give up any of the stack too much. He just wants to let Milton get in here, and they can start to set up the crossfire on the Rockets. Carapace is going to be up there with a YA. Recall finding a kind of a nasty position here. He's going to be incredibly weak, but it's going to be Carapace with the quad. Gets 2 frags right out of the gate. Well, 3 of them if you count his teammate, but now he's going to be on a bit of a run, and this could be a great way for Rune to catch up these missing frags.
Yeah, Carapace needs to start hunting here. He needs to get a couple of frags at least to bring them a little bit, just a little bit closer. Oh no! Oh! He's gonna end up in the lava, and this is so dangerous territory for Carapace to be. But he knows that he needs to press the issue. Has no choice but to back off though. And oh, Milton was just waiting in the secret red armor room.
But there's the punishment for it. But if Milton gets away from this, I'm actually going to be kind of mad. Oh. There we go. Oh, that would have been infuriating. Yeah, a little bit of a shake from Carapace acknowledging that there.
So 10 frag difference. And here comes the next squad. Locktar needs to help Carapace here. Where is Locktar? Where is Locktar? Here is Locktar.
Yeah.
And
generally when you ask that, they're always going to be the one to pick up that quad. They just come in, nobody sees them.
Yeah.
And then we see the potential of a run, but that
what a rocket from Recall straight to the face of Locktar. That's
from
a dead
downtown.
Quad.
Yeah.
Oh, nice attack by Carapace though. Still 10 frags between them.
It's amazing how consistent they're being here.
And oh, he was just waiting for that.
Locktar should die, honestly. He needs a fresh start on life. There we go. He's able to take a mega, so all right, that's cute.
Oh, they trade frags.
Final minutes.
9 frags, 10 frags.
Locktar with red armor, looking for Recall out of the teleporter.
Oh, nice.
He gets it, ends up burning a bit of that armor though, so as soon as Milton figures out what's up, he might be mad about the death of his teammate.
Still some time for the quad, and Milton.
Who's going to get smart about this quad run, though? Because
still
it seems,
10 frags apart.
It seems very possible that Carapace and Locktar are going to be able to get this quad and not be able to find Milton. Well,
9 frags.
There's the one.
9 frags. 30 seconds.
There's going to be a huge trap here at the other red armor. This is, yeah, this could be incredibly difficult to take up.
Oh,
and Recall
no!
actually pulls himself out, but it's going to be a mutual frag suicide. But that's still 10 frags with 20 seconds left. They just cannot get any ground here, nor can they lose it.
9 frags, and the time is running out for Carapace and Locktar. Yet another great game from their part, but they just can't seem to close the game out.
Very close.
That's 7 frags, 8 frags apart. And that makes it a 2-0 lead for Ragnarok. And oh my god, these games though, they are so close. I mean, Locktar and Carapace are just an inch away from getting these games.
And trading off all of those quad runs, making sure that, you know, each of them are going to be getting a handful of frags, but nothing decisive. So we're going to be going into match 3 here. This is now match point for Ragnarok. Of course, it's going to be... What a great way to finish things off, potentially, for Ragnarok. If they can take this one, it's going to be DM4.
Now, this is another good map for Rune. And considering how well they've been playing the last 2 maps, I mean, they deserve to get this one.
Yeah, I think Rune actually has a pretty good edge here. They're incredibly consistent, but, you know, the same could be said for Milton and Recall. Here we go.
And the better spawn, perfect spawn for Locktar and Carapace. Actually, Carapace getting the first lightning gun and Locktar getting the first red armor. So that's a full spawn for Team Rune, giving them an early lead in this game.
Locktar currently sitting on top of this LG, trying to keep it away from the opposition, and anything that they can get out of this would certainly be helpful, as they've got this early 7 frag lead. But of course, in DM4, that is worth less than wet toilet paper. We've got Locktar now just holding on to a lot of damage here with only 15 health. I love seeing these frags happen when they've got absolutely nothing to bring to it but bravado and sheer talent.
Milton and Recall getting a couple of frags here. This is bad news for Team Rune. Milton did manage to get himself a green armor here. And oh, they just line up for Milton. No more cells though, but he still gets the frag with the grenade. Milton is very low, however, and Recall as well, so Carapace cleans up house. Gets a couple of spawn frags as well until Recall could retaliate. Recall actually did get that red armor spawn. And the lava claims another victim.
Yep, ding ding indeed. But we've got Milton here just being that rock, hopping over rockets like it's no problem. And Carapace is diving in for that LG. Get to the point where they don't even look for Milton hiding under that bridge before trying to get their hands on that all-important weapon here. Because even if they can touch it for just a second, like Lethal was mentioning earlier, just getting 1 or 2 cells off for that damage is worth everything. But over the past minute, we've seen this tie back up, 19 and 19, and now Ragnarok starting to take a narrow edge.
Yeah, Recall and Milton starting to run the armors. This all changed when Milton actually managed to get a yellow armor and establish some kind of control of the middle area. And that's when this turnaround started. Carapace accidentally kills Locktar. That's a part of DM4.
Yep.
And actually some real control coming out of Recall and Milton now. This is bad news for Rune. They need to break this control ASAP, or the frags are going to start running away from them.
Yeah, you know it's bad when Recall has time to go downstairs and pick up a little bit of health before coming back in with full force into mid to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, they're getting a pretty good lock here. And Recall is still so healthy with this red armor. The next red armor is going to spawn now.
I was actually half expecting Carapace to never come out of Mega again and just hope that everybody else has kind of forgot about him.
And Milton now also with the red armor. Of course, Recall's is finally gone, but so many frags going to the way of Ragnarok here. Carapace and Locktar really need to break this control ASAP because this is slipping through their fingers.
Who's that in the lava? It's going to be Carapace.
Yep, another victim. Oh, and I think Locktar was trying to go for the discharge or something. And yeah, that is one way to break control. If you can get the discharge on the red armor player, that's a very good death.
Yeah, you can clear the room that way, but unfortunately for him, that discharge was a little early.
And the frags are just piling up here, 62 to 22. They need to make something. That's a nice rocket good way to start it. And they get the kill on Recall. Another kill on Recall. Now they need to get Milton as well.
It's really hard to divide and conquer here, especially when Milton is just so unshakable. We haven't seen him go for armor for quite a while. He's finally, okay, he must be listening to us. He's going to make sure he's going to get the pickup of yellow. It would be maybe a little bit of a waste to wait for that red there because he is needed in mid here. He's going to be throwing up as many rockets as possible to try and be helpful, but Carapace is going to be able to take him down with that LG. Just getting Milton knocked off of that LG position is a huge boon for Rune. Yeah.
Okay, so out of this, I think that Milton and Recall came out on top of all that chaos.
It's almost like this map in particular for TDM needs like a frag histogram.
Yeah.
Just a line going across the screen like a net graph.
To see what's actually going on, because so many frags are going down and it's hard to tell who's getting the better end of it. But as we can see on the frags, currently it's Ragnarok. Carapace with a nice rocket, needs to kill Recall as well though. No real control coming out of any team right now. And Rune desperately needs to get some sort of control and run some armors.
Now with Recall here, he's not working with a whole lot except, well, oh, I'm sorry, holy crap, he's got a ton of cells here. And he's eager to please with all of them. Milton back down at the red armor. Might actually want to hang out here for a little bit, but they've established a pace, and one of the most dangerous things to do in TDM.
Nice LG from Lockdown, needs to get the kill as well.
It's very difficult to change speeds at this point.
This is their opportunity. Yep. They need to keep this control now that they have. They cannot let go of this control. Oh no, and Lockdown goes for the red, but he doesn't manage to grab it before Milton does.
Well, Carapace comes back in. He's doing okay. Can finish off Recall with that nice bit of shotgun. What amazing reflexes out of Kara on that shot, by the way. It would have taken way too long for another rocket to make it over there. Need to break out the hit scan.
Next red should go. Okay, goes for Lockdown.
Nice fun. Yeah, that's great.
What happened to Lockdown though? He's still there. And Milton is waiting for the red, but it's not going to be up for quite some time.
They might try to go a little GT and Mer right now and go defensive.
Yeah, and actually
This is
he's
way
allowed
too
to
early
wait.
to do it,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. It was yeah, it was
right.
fine. I got a little worried there for a second, and letting Milton wait for that red armor was a bad idea because he comes out strong and cleans house.
Yeah, Lava Bridge Milton with an LG is just like shooting clay pigeons at that point.
Yeah, Rune was starting to mount a comeback, but Control is back into Ragnarok. And yeah, that drop is not gonna work Carapace, but if they could just get a kill very soon here and manage to get some control, this is still possible.
It's becoming a little bit more ludicrous to say that as time goes on, however. 107 to 54, just watching the frag counter, and Milton and Recall are just cleaning up the house right now.
Yep, they're getting so many frags, and with only 3 minutes remaining, they really need to get the control right now. They need to get it back. But that is, of course, not the easiest thing to do in this world.
Especially in DM4, you are not afforded a moment to go, you know, we should really take this back to the drawing board. Why don't we throw some ideas around over lunch and see what we can come up with? No, you don't have time for that.
Yeah, like the last 30 or so frags has gone to Ragnarok.
You know, worst case, you just take some tape and tape down W and tape down mouse 1 and
yeah,
pray for the best. I love that positioning on Recall. Yeah, the bottom of that staircase provides you just enough cover and just enough sight lines on all the other tunnels to make it a really strong position in mid. But it means that if your teammate needs help, it can kind of be awkward if they're caught down below by the LG.
So this game is starting to slip away for Ragnarok. It's becoming more of a slaughter at this point, but we gotta remember that this game was also close for such a long time, and the first 2 maps were so insanely close.
Yeah, to the point where it's almost a crying shame that it didn't go to 4 or even 5 maps here. But if you look at just the raw win-loss record, this is going to look exactly like QuakeCon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
But they were so much closer than QuakeCon. Yeah.
These games were good, very good, especially the 2 first maps. Now, of course, Milton. Oh, that's an axe kill from Recall on Locktar. Locktar is not going to be happy about that one because Locktar is usually the one picking up the axe.
Yeah, no kidding. But I just realized, you know, I haven't really broadcast that much Quake since QuakeCon, so I guess it was just good enough that I didn't want anything else until QHLAN.
Yeah, we're
that's
probably
the official
gonna
story.
Be good for a couple of months, maybe. But then we're at it again, I promise.
It's time to go into Quake rehab, yeah.
Yep.
Final minute here, 1:59 to 67. I think we're going to see that net 100 limit broken here pretty soon.
Yeah, that insane map lock that Milton and Recall managed to get just killed the frag. The score was just, I think the last maybe 100 frags was like maybe 80 in favor of Ragnarok and 20 of Rune. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the start of this game was very, very close, even on DM4, I mean.
You know what I love about Quake in general, though, is that we see maps like this, which is just noise and just drivel. Beautiful drivel, nonetheless. But at the same time, earlier in the day, we saw duels on DM2 where we saw 2 players just not move, being too frightened of each other to want to commit to any action. We see such a range in attitudes and pacing and energy in these maps, depending on the mode, depending on the arena, and of course, depending on the players.
There we go. A big applause to Recall and Milton, yet again winning another tournament in the 2-on-2 game mode. And gotta say, nobody's surprised.
I may be surprised.